Hello, welcome to a new video. My name is Monk. If you're new here, I do tarot card readings for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to talk a little quieter today because I'm also filming. It's literally 2:30 at night. Life is crazy. So yes, welcome in. Today we're going to be filming June predictions, and this is a timeless reading. So basically, doesn't matter what year, this could relate to your situation. So yeah, if you click this video, then I hope you guys enjoy. And these are not real glasses, by the way. This is why my fingers through the lens. I'm just wearing it for aesthetic. And yeah, I hope you guys have been good. I was gonna say something, but my brain just like went out. Like, sorry if you hear police. Like, I live in the city. But yeah, life is lifing, and I'm filming this like on the 28th, so I hope I get it on the same day because I usually try to post these kind of videos at least a week ahead of time. But oh, this is what I was gonna say. So I've been procrastinating for some reason, like making videos. I don't know why. I was really busy the last 2 weeks, and then it wasn't until like end of last week that I kind of calmed down. So I could have filmed this video last week, like Friday or whatever, but I just never did. And I don't know why, but I've been procrastinating so hard. And this is like weird because I genuinely like doing these videos. So I'm not sure what's happening. Sorry, I'm ranting, but you can just skip to the pile if you want. But you know, if you want to chat, I'm here. But I did like a Winnie the Pooh pathology test. And I think that like so obviously 33 questions isn't gonna tell you if you have like depression or anxiety or whatever, but I kind of did it for fun because my coworker sent me the test and she was like, "Oh my god." And it said I had like OCD and anxiety and ADHD, and those were like my highest. And I kind of agree with it because a lot of it was like being a perfectionist, which is interesting because I like in certain ways I'm not a perfectionist, but other ways I am. It's weird because if I care about something a lot, I am. But if I don't care, like I don't even like it's a mess. So I think that maybe has to do with like my video making because sometimes I feel like if I'm not like in the mood, especially with tarot cards, like if I'm not in the mood, I don't want to do a reading because I feel like they're gonna turn out really bad. Bad as in like I don't know what's happening. Um but anyways, sorry for the rant, but I just want to like it's hard to be consistent with these videos, so I'm trying to get back on track. So hopefully there will be another video. I want to do like 2 videos a month minimum. Unless I'm really busy, then yeah, but like I don't think I'm that busy in June, I'll be honest, guys. I'm basically a free agent. But yeah, okay. June predictions. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We're gonna get right into your pile. And once again, if you do enjoy these videos, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the support. And every deck I'm using is gonna be linked below. I love you all, and I'll see you in your pile. Hello, welcome to your piles. We're recording, are we? Okay, cool. So yeah, June predictions. These are your 3 items to choose from. So if you guys don't know, I'm like a huge Simpsons fan, and I don't know where I got these. They're not even mine. Okay, sorry. They're not from me, but I got some figurines. Yeah, I have no idea where they're from, but they're mine now. So I think they're from like Burger King from like 20 years ago. But yeah, if you choose pile number 1, it will be the Homer Simpson Shim it's one of those readings, isn't gonna be. Okay, so Homer Simpson, and he has his like fondly hands where he's like, ooh. So yeah, he's gonna be oohing you. Pile number 1. And then pile number 2, we have Marge Simpson with the pancakes. I thought she was holding a knife, but now that I'm looking, it's a spatula. She's making pancakes for you. So yes, if you resonate with this one, pile number 2. And last but not least, we have Bart Simpson with the I love Krusty flag, and he looks like he's on drugs, but you know, it's a fun day. I think there was an episode where he was like on a lot of drugs. So yes, number 3 will be the Bart Simpson. So whichever pile you choose, Whichever. Oh my god, look, he's like ready for. Okay, anyway. So whichever pile you choose will be your June reading. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much once again for all your support. Oh, I'm doing private readings now, so if you feel like you're interested, link is below. And I shall see you soon. Bye. Welcome, pile number 1. If you chose the Homer Shimpshin, we're gonna do your June prediction. So strap in, guys. I'm gonna do something a little different today. So we're gonna do Oracle first, and then we'll do Tarot last. And I'm gonna do I wanna there's no like one way of doing things. So I'm gonna just kind of play around with how I read. So I'm gonna try this method where I take all the cards out and then we'll do a reading. I wanna see how that goes. Because I usually just like pull one at a time. But I think it'd be interesting to do things differently. Okay, so you have 2 Moonology cards. Let's read them. Work through your fears, New Moon in Scorpio, balance spirituality and practicality, Full Moon in Pisces. I just realized that my setup is really intimate. Okay, that sounds so weird. It's really close. So I probably can't do all the cards. Or should I don't know. I'm like speaking out loud. You have some self-care cards, chanting, flow like water. Wait, am I recording? Oh my god, my fear is like when this doesn't record. Like I've had so many instances with this. Okay, let's just pull out the cards. Let's just like no limit. We're unfiltered tonight, guys. Imagination for your soul's journey. We're gonna do a love card. Oh! Oh my god, I just realized. I was like, why is this so dark? The light's not on. Oh my god. Pile number 1's always my mess. I'm sorry. I was like, why is this so dark? Okay, is it better? I was like, it's so dark. Okay. Also, sorry, I'm such a mess tonight. I look like I'm such a mess. Okay, so love. Maybe your life is messy for love. Because I almost dropped all your cards. Love is magnetic connection. There is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Get it. Get it. Okay. Let's do... Wait, no, wrong deck. Wait, what? Okay, wait. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just gonna grab my actual... Ow! Ow! Oh my god, I just almost cut my hand in half. In half, by the way. No. I hit my hand on the tripod, and the tripod is like literally metal. And I think I went in. Okay, so bleeding. We're not bleeding, right? I'm a mess. Okay, so let's do what your focus should be for this month. Your focus is wealth. I love that. So maybe making money, career maybe, or even schooling. And then you have the broom. New home, new attitude. Oh, spring cleaning. Wait, spring cleaning in June. I mean, it's never too late. Okay. Okay, sorry. It looks like a messy reading, but we're gonna get into it. Okay. I'm chaotic today. Wait, strength card. Wait, I keep pulling like similar. Okay, I did a reading for my coworker, and she has some of these cards, but it's weird because like I stuck them right into the pile. Like it wasn't like I just put it on the top. So I'm kind of like shocked because it came out again. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. And let's get you one more. 9 of Pentacles. Wow, love it. Okay, so okay, sorry, I'm just like gonna sit in properly. Okay, so let's just look at all your cards. Give me 1 second and then we'll do the reading. Also, let me know if you like this method. I'm kind of just playing around at this point. Okay, can you see the cards? Okay, so I'm just gonna look. Give me once. Okay. So I'm trying to, it's hard. I'm like, how do I show everything? Okay, so just gonna put these here and then, yeah, we're going in. Okay, so sorry, I'll pull the cards out when I read it because it's clearly a mess. Also, I have like this cloth thing that I use to like put the cards on, but it keeps moving and that bothers me. So maybe I might like, I don't know. I gotta fix my life clearly. So let's start. So I want to start off with the first card we got, which was the new moon, new moon in Scorpio, which is working through your fears. So I feel like for the month of June for you, it's about, I mean, the first card that came out, I always try to take that as like a main message. Whatever you're like worried about or you're fearful, like fear doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm scared. It could literally be like, for my case, it's perfectionism. Sometimes it's like, to me, it's like if I can't do it perfectly or like 100% or the way I want it, then I don't even do it. It's kind of a very all or nothing mindset. And I think for this card, it kind of talks about, and some people think like procrastination is a form of fear because you're worried like things aren't going to turn out the way they are, so like why even try. So it could be in that way. Of course it could actually mean like I'm worried, like, you know, you could have anxiety, maybe you have a fear of like going out in public or public speaking or things like that like scare you. And you know, everyone's different, but I think whatever you're going through, it's going to be challenging for you at the beginning of the month to kind of accept that you might have resistance. It could also even be resistance to change, like, oh, you want to move jobs, you want to change programs or whatever. Whatever that is, it could also indicate fear. So in the beginning of the month, it's going to be your goal to work through the fear, and maybe until like the rest of June or even longer than that. You know, this could last a while. But I think that will be your main goal for this month, is to work through those challenges. And you also have another card, which is full moon in Pisces. And this one says balance spirituality and practicality. So I noticed like both these cards are like water signs. So I'm not much into astrology too much, but I'm like trying to learn a bit about it. And I know water signs are like a little bit emotional. You could be a little sensitive during this time, and that's totally fine. So yeah, balancing maybe like your spiritual higher being, with like being realistic. So if I had to think about it, an example would be, I mean, most of us, if you're watching this video, I mean, I don't want to assume, but like probably most of us are like whatever our fear is isn't like always as bad as we think. You know, at the end of the day, most of us are not going to be like, oh, this is like a life or death decision making skill. Like pretend you're like, okay, if I I don't know, like switch jobs, or if I go out with this person on a date, like whatever this is, that's not really going to like ruin your life, I think. And a lot of people, I think, who have like fears and anxieties, we often think like bigger scale, more impact, like bigger than it is. So I think for you guys, having that balance of like being realistic but also like connecting to your spiritual self and like using your intuition, like, is it really that serious? Like, even if your body's like, oh my god, I'm stressed, and then your brain is like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, and even if we fail, that's also fine. Like, that is literally life, and we will probably survive. Okay, so you also have some self-care cards. So the first one you got was chanting. So I see this as like maybe positive affirmations to yourself. This could also be meditating. Um Whatever that is for you, just kind of like calming yourself down, or if you are having anxiety and you feel stressful, just to ground yourself, I want to say. And chanting kind of also reminds me of like, it could be like if you enjoy like ASMR could like really relax you, or even just like music in general. And like kind words to yourself might help during this time. You also have the flow like water, which is another like water. You have a lot of like water energy in your reading. So handling your emotions, accepting your emotions, going through the emotions. And for some of you guys, like I read water as like a very cleansing. Oh my god, the light just went out. Sorry. Hello. Okay, it's like very cleansing. So maybe for you, like go swimming is gonna help you like relax and calm down your anxieties. If you can't go swimming, like even taking a shower, like to me that's like cleansing, connecting with the water, and just like calming down your mind. And sometimes you take a shower, you get those shower thoughts, and some of them are really good. You get so many ideas sometimes in the shower. You also have imagination as your soul's journey card. So this one, like, okay, a lot the colors I'm getting in your reading is there's a lot of like purple and blue. So I feel like I don't know nothing about the chakras or whatever, but I think to me this kind of gives me kind of like a a it feels almost like you're in a dreamy state, like daydreaming. Um Kind of like you're, I don't know, I just got that energy. So yeah, imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So yes, I think like, I think with you guys, sometimes you thinking like your mind is definitely always going. And sometimes it goes to the point where you're like stressing yourself out. But you could use that in a different way. So instead of like thinking about what could go wrong, maybe think about like new ideas, like come up with creative ideas, use your imagination. Like, how about think about what could go right, you know? And I think it's better to have an optimistic mindset. Not saying to be delusional, but it's like, oh, pretend you want this job, and then you're like, oh, but I'm probably not gonna get it, and you're thinking all negatively, and then you don't get it, and you're like, yeah, well, that's what I prepared for anyway. I didn't get it. But if you're positive and you try your best and you really envision and manifest that in your mind, even if you don't get it, like I think it's like, oh, you tried your best, and I think that's all that matters sometimes. But yeah, using your mind in a more productive and positive way is a piece of advice. You also have wealth, so maybe this month your focus is on career, or if not career, like financial, like handling your finances. If you're in school, like maybe you're graduating soon and you're thinking about like where you're gonna like apply for jobs or budget your money, or if you're vacationing, then um thinking like it's just more money related, I think, for you like this month. And you also have the broom, which talks about new home, new attitude. So yeah, I got the sense of like spring cleaning. So maybe like clearing out your space if your space is like has been neglected, if you've been busy or you just haven't been in the mood to clean. It's good to kind of like clear the clutter so then you also clear your mind. I noticed that if my room is super, super messy, I am like less productive. So, yeah, like cleaning out the clutter. I also feel like maybe some of you guys, it says new home, maybe you're moving into a new home, different situations. But I kind of get this one as also clearing out the shit in your life. So, whatever, it could be a mindset thing, it could be relationships or things that are just not serving you anymore. Like it's okay to clear that out, right? So if things are toxic around you, or you keep thinking toxic mindset, then it's okay to clear that out as well. For your love card, you also have the magnetic connection. There is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. So if you guys are in a relationship already, then I think this is talking about your current relationship. Maybe this person that you're with, you guys just grow closer during this time. And if this is regarding a like new love, or you're looking for love, there could be somebody in your life that is you're really pulled to. And if you're not really with somebody or not really looking to date, then this could also represent like um like connections with like friends and stuff. So maybe you meet somebody, and even if it's not romantic, you guys have like a bond. So yeah, relationships looking, even though it's not focused for you this month, I think it will be good. And then let's just get into your tarot card. So your first one is the strength card with the lion, and this one represents for me like despite your adversities of feeling you know how you have to like work through your fears. I think strength is going to be like a main staple for you, like to be strong throughout this time. And even if something is like out of your comfort zone or you feel unfamiliar and you're like, I don't know, like I don't feel confident. It's about like, I think for you, like kind of like fake it till you make it. Kind of like, let's just do it. Like, I'm not like, you don't know everything or whatever. Let's just do it. And like, and if, and we'll see what happens. Like, I think you have to be strong through this and don't hold yourself back. I want to say for your group specifically, like step outside of your comfort zone. You also have the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about working hard. So whatever this relates to you for, to be consistent and to be diligent, and even if things seem like there's like no result, to keep being diligent throughout the process is going to be really rewarding for you in the end. And with the I know I said Knight of Pentacles, but Eight of Pentacles, it sometimes talks about like, throughout this journey, it's not going to be like easy going all the time. It's not always going to be like every day is great. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you're like, why am I even doing this? And I feel like deep down, the reason why. And if something does resonate for you or you feel like I have to keep going, then this is going to be your sign to keep doing that with the Eight of Pentacles. And in this specific deck, like she's kind of experimenting. And I feel like she doesn't know exactly what she's doing, but everything's going to be okay in the end. Like we all going to make mistakes, but at the end, this is going to get figured out. And she seems like confident in herself, which is important. Okay, so your last tarot card is coincidentally, the next card is the Nine of Pentacles. So this one's usually talking about like enjoying the fruits of your labor. So eventually, I think near the end of the month, your hard work is going to pay off. You are going to see some result, even if it's not like at the end or everything you dreamed of. I think you're going to see progress. And I think you're going to feel a lot more relaxed because she looks so chill. Like she's just like reading her book. She has her wine there. She's just enjoying the weather. And I think at the end of the month, like you're going to start off feeling like anxiety and stress, but at the end of June, I think you're gonna be like, okay, it's not that bad, and I can take a breather. Like I can actually calm down. So yeah, we're gonna get your, what am I doing? Your angel numbers now. Like so far, love the reading. Wait, let me get my book. I'm not prepared. I am not prepared. Also, the light is back on. Cool. Okay, so let's get your angel numbers. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I have to grab like more things. Okay, so you have number 52. Let's read your card. Okay, 52 is fine-tuning. Let's read this together. Hone your skills. You are being called not just to pass on certain skills, but also to really focus on them and make them the best they can be. An interest you have is calling to you for more attention. Acknowledge this and create a plan for furthering your own education on the matter. So yes, honing your skills kind of reminds me of also like Eight of Pentacles vibe, like kind of like staying diligent. So if there's something that you have to improve on, it's telling you to like do that. So pretend you're in school and you're like, oh, I'm really bad at math and I have this math test coming up, and it's June usually is like gonna graduate soon or whatever, or summer's coming. So you're just like, oh, I want to give up right before my exam, and it's like telling you not to do that. It's telling you to like really focus as best you can. And even though it's like, oh my gosh, like it's a month away, I mean, if you really think about it, it's only a month away compared to like your whole life. So to just like kind of tough it out, I think it would be like a good thing for you guys. Yeah. And let me just get your, I think that's it. Sorry, my light, is the light off? Oh my gosh. That's the end? Okay, just kidding. Sorry, I'm like life. Okay, so let's do your angel's answers, and then I think that's it. I'm kind of disoriented myself. Yes. I hope you guys love the reading. I hope you guys have a wonderful month though. Like honestly, I don't think your month is like the vibe I'm getting is like it's not gonna be it's a pretty I think you're having a pretty practical month if that makes any sense. Like you're not going through any like you did get like one major arcana, which is the strength card, but I think overall I think you're gonna be fine. Fine. I'll see you next month, right? Okay, so oh my god, sorry, I forgot to like say. Okay, so okay, let's switch that card out. I don't want it to be like okay, so there's I'm so rusty. Okay. So yeah, there's 3 cards in front of you. So please think of your yes or no question. I'm like way too fast. Think of your yes or no question to whatever thing you have. You can skip this if you don't have one, but if you do, you pick number 1, number 2, or number 3. So whichever pile you resonate with, that's gonna be your answer. So think of your question. I'm gonna start now. So if you chose number 1, your answer is recovery. So now is the time to, I think, for you to heal. If you've been having a lot of anxiety during this time, it's time to like maybe do some like once again like this. The way she's sitting really reminds me of this self-care card with the chakra. Sorry, is it chakra? Sorry, chanting. Oops. So like maybe meditating for you, calming down, healing yourself, but knowing that you're gonna be stronger afterwards. If you chose number 2, your card is within the next few months. So I want to say if it's a sorry, oh my god. So if you chose number 1, it's like a yes or no. I think it's not at the moment. And then if you chose number 2, then your answer is like yes, but later on in the next few months. For now, I think there's things you do have to work on in order for things to progress. And then if you chose number 3, your answer is forgiveness. So kind of like ambiguous with this one. So kind of like until you can forgive things that have happened to you or you've maybe even things you've done, I think it's going to be hard for you to move on into something new if you have that stuck mindset. So yeah, for you, pile number 3, I think it's kind of like a maybe. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Every deck I've used is linked below, and I do offer private readings. So love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your month, and I hope to see you next month with more videos. Take care, pile number 1. Bye. Welcome in pile number 2. If you chose the Marge Simpson, then this will be your reading for June. I was like, what month is it? Okay, so I did this thing with pile number 1 where I did like all the cards first and then I did the reading. So I'm gonna do the same for you guys. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I'm just kind of trying new things just to see what sticks, right? But you know, it's okay to try new things. Okay, so you have the Hold Your Vision card for your Moonology. You have 2 self-care cards, so Dance and Hydrate. Are we recording? Okay. How are you guys, though? I hope you guys are good. We have Envy. Okay, sorry. Move over, March. Move over, lady. Okay. And your love card is... No love for you. Okay, you got some love. Oh my gosh. Chaotic. My camera almost fell. Sorry, is the video good? Okay. Soulmate. Oh, yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. Okay. I live for that. I live for that. Okay. Let's see what you should focus on for this month. Oh, love reading. Okay, this is a love reading. Okay, well, if it's not a love reading, well, I'll tell you other things. But for some of you guys, this is kind of becoming a love reading. It's kind of becoming a love reading. Oop. You have your tea leaf, which is box. You will receive a gift. Ooh. Wonder what that is going to be. And then we're going to do tarot, which is your last. Okay, you have the sun. Love the sun. Okay. Especially in June, right? Actually, June sun, nah, not into her. King of Wands reversed. And your last card is Five of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so your reading is giving me the vibe of like positivity. I don't know why. It could be the sun card, but I'm getting a really I think your month is gonna be so fun. And I'm gonna tell you why. So the first card you got was the fixed moon, hold your vision. So I feel like whatever your goal is gonna be for June, and it could be love because you have some love cards. For some of you guys, if it's love related, I think the hold your vision could talk about like the relationship or with this person, like making sure that if you really want to keep this going or you want to pursue this or whatever stage you're at, then to hold your vision, like to be like devoted and committed and be like, I want this to work, so I'm just gonna tell you how serious I am. If it's not love related for some of you guys, then this could talk about just like your whatever goals you have in June, to really hone in and focus and try not to stray too far away from your goal. So um I don't know why I just thought about like the 7 of Cups, which can talk about like you have so many things you want to do, but then you don't end up doing anything because you're doing kind of everything half-assed and you're not putting your effort and time into something. So for if that resonates for you guys, then maybe focus in on more specific goals for the month. If it is love related, like focus on the relationship. If it's career related, then focus in on the task at hand or whatever that is for you. Like have a goal, and it's okay to have, of course, like more than one goal. But I think you should really kind of like be devoted to like one thing this month. Like, what's your main thing? Is it going to the gym? Is it like what's your thing, right? You also have the dance card for your self-care, and this one kind of just makes me feel like, and this one kind of looks like there's a sun, which is interesting. Like I don't even know what that is, if it's like a disco ball or whatever, but there's like a random thing that looks like the sun there too. So I think um in June you're gonna be like more of a free spirit. You're gonna really enjoy your time. Maybe you're going to parties, maybe you're gonna go vacation, whatever that is for you. I think you should really like kind of let loose in June. I think June is going to be a time for you to just kind of enjoy. Like your reading is really giving me the sense of like freedom and enjoyment. Not saying you don't have obligations, but to just kind of not take things way too seriously. Even though I said like hold your vision, like have your goal, like don't overwhelm yourself with too many tasks. I think you should just like kind of take things one step at a time. Another card you got was number 27 with the hydrate. So keeping hydrated during this time is important. Hydration can also kind of, for me, represent like the water. It kind of, and based off looking at this imagery, I think you're kind of gonna go through like emotions like this month. Like emotions are gonna wrap around you, but I think they're gonna be good emotions. I'm getting the sense like you're gonna feel the feels and it's gonna be a good thing. One card that did fall out that I'm kind of curious about is this envy card. So it says, envy, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So this basically kind of gives me the sense of like the grass is not always greener on the other side. So if this is related to love for some of you guys, maybe someone in the relationship is jealous of another person and maybe there might be like trust issues, but I'm getting the sense that it's more of a internal thing and it's not actually happening, if that makes any sense. So if someone feels like they're not worthy of something, it doesn't mean it's necessarily true. And this example of like, oh, everybody is same with different challenges. So if it's not love related, like work related, like you're like, oh, I wish I could be like her. I wish I could be like him. Or like, oh, why did they get everything they want and I had to work really hard? And the older I'm getting at this point, I'm like kind of old. I'm not old, but like, I get the sense that it's always like there's always a lack somewhere. So either your career is good, but your relationship is crap, or you have money, but you don't have like you're sad. Like it could just be anything. And I think envy card is just kind of reminding you to kind of count your blessings and to know that like June could be a very fun month for you if you let it. You also have the love card for your focus of the month. So yeah, focusing on love and relationships, and if it's not romantic love for some of you guys, it could also be like focusing on like the love for something you have. So love for your family, friends, dog, cat, hamster, bird, fish, snakes, whatever pet you have. Or it could just be like putting love into whatever you do, whether it's a hobby or a passion. You did get a fun card, which is the box, which says you will receive a gift. So maybe someone in your life who is very special is going to give you something. And even if it's not like a physical gift, I think it's like you're going to get some information maybe, and you're going to feel like, oh, like, I don't know. I'm getting a sense that you're going to be appreciated in June. Or your birthday is in June and this is a birthday gift. You also have a soulmate. So, yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. So, yeah, if you are in a relationship, this is a very good sign that this person is, I don't want to say like they're the one because, things change, but this person does have a deep connection with you. And I think that's like amazing. So, if this is love reading, I think it's going well. But if you're single and you're not looking, then this could also just mean like, once again, people that are close to you in your life that you really resonate with. So as we go into your tarot, your first card is the Sun, number 19. Wait, the Sun is number 19? I love that. Okay. So this is just like so positive, and maybe for some of you guys, like not always, but you do have like one of the ladies is pregnant. So maybe some people are getting pregnant. If not, then this could just represent like bountiful beginnings and just positivity, enjoying the light, dancing. Oh, they're dancing. Oh my god, wait, three people dancing? Three people dancing. Damn, that's real. That's real. Okay, you also have the King of Wands, but this was reversed. So I feel like depending on the situation, the King of Wands reverse can kind of go a few ways. So it could also be that there's somebody, or it could be you, that is kind of like high expectation. Okay, I don't feel like it's this, so I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Take it back. I'm kind of like, I don't think so. What I'm getting is King of Wands is somebody who usually is such a leader, and they're such an inspiration, and I feel like that could be you, or someone in your life. And sometimes when the King of Wands is reversed, it's like they doubt their ability. They almost have like imposter syndrome. I'm getting more of that in your reading. And I think it's just another reminder that like you have a lot of like potential. So like don't dim your light. And then the last thing is you had the Five of Pentacles, but you got it in reverse. And I love that for you because Five of Pentacles can often talk about like financial loss, feeling lonely, feeling like the hope is gone. But because you got it in reverse, I think you're finally like happy, which sounds crazy, but life is hard. I think in June, you're finally gonna like enjoy life again. Even if it's like in little doses, I think you're gonna recover from whatever. It could be financial loss for some of you guys, and now you found a job or whatever. But I think it's mainly gonna be like also physical recovery. I read Pentacles as like your body and your health. I think things are gonna get better. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so please go to the doctor if you need checkup or something. But yeah, I think overall you're gonna finally have a little bit of joy if you weren't already having joy in your life. But June looks like a really positive month for you. So yes, we're gonna get into the angel numbers. And I just feel like maybe your reading in specific, I don't know if it's gonna be like true, but maybe for you guys sometimes, maybe May was a tough month, and I think June is gonna be your month of like, let's just enjoy. Like you're like F it all. Like, sometimes don't take life so seriously, I think is something that we need to remember. And that's something that you might rarely take into account this for this month. Okay, so you have number 68. So let's read that together. Spiritually organize, self-assess your happiness. Your angels are asking you to get spiritually organized. Today, take an honest assessment of your life. Write down what areas you do and do not feel organized in. Narrow it down to the hours in a day so as to reflect on where little changes can be made to ease discomfort. So it's interesting. It says like self-assess your happiness. So I think the whole thing about like, it's just saying like what's not resonating for you is something you do. And of course we don't always have the luxury to just like quit things that we don't like. But and there's like a main thing that you're like pretend there's something that you do every day and you hate it. It's like your job. But is there any way we can make it better? Like, is there any way we can reduce that time of feeling upset, feeling drained, feeling discouraged? And is there any way we can change that? So assessing that is important for June. I think assessing what areas are not making you, oh my god, wait, sorry. What areas are not helping you, I think is going to be important. And what areas are boosting you. So what is an energy drainer? And this could also talk about like people. Is there people that just drain you? And is there any way we can like get away from that? So yeah, I think we're basically done your reading. Wait, sorry, we're almost done. So think of your yes or no question, and there are 3 piles in front of you. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. So think of your yes or no, and this is gonna be your answer for June. Yeah, my god. Okay, so if you chose number 1, your answer is unlikely. So sometimes, unlikely is not always a bad thing. I've asked questions where the no is a better answer for me than the yes. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's not gonna look likely, but it doesn't mean never. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, which could be a good thing. You never know. It depends how you ask the question too. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, am I gonna get fired? And then it'll be like, yes. And I'm like, oh, great. But if I got unlikely, then I'd be like, yay, right? Okay, so if you pick number 2, your answer is gonna be communicate clearly. So whatever you're asking about, I think you'll get the answer you want as long as you be open and honest and you really voice your concerns and opinions in a clear manner. Like kind of like Queen of Swords energy. Okay, and then the last one is number 3. If you chose this one, then your card is compromise. So kind of like making sure that it might not be like exactly gonna go your way. You're gonna have to give and take basically. But I think it's gonna work out if you are able to kind of meet in the middle. Sorry, is this focused? But yeah, thank you so much. Pile number 2. I think you're gonna have an amazing month. And I hope to see you in the next video. Once again, if you like the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And all the decks I use are linked below. And I am doing private readings now. So feel free to book me. Girl, I love you. Okay. Bye. Hello. Welcome in. Is the video going? Let's go. Pile number 3. If you chose Mr. Bart Simpson, then this is going to be your reading all about your June predictions. Sorry, I'm like losing it. This is what happens when you're the last pile and it's 3:30 in the morning. Okay, so welcome. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I did for the other 2 piles was I did all the cards. Like I shuffled all the cards first and then I read it. What I'm noticing is I feel like I'm getting a lot more because I see all the cards first. I can kind of get the theme a bit easier than like, shuffling one card at a time. But the thing I do like about shuffling one card at a time is I get to be surprised with you. I'll be like, oh my god, that related. Okay, so your numerology is full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. Oh, I would love some answers. So yeah, oh, how's your month gonna go? Group number 3. Your self-care cards are sync with the moon, connect with your womb. Yo, that kind of rhyme though. Oh, that kind of rhyme though. Also, if I burp in a reading, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Your what are these called? Your soul journey is loneliness. Honestly, feeling that sometimes. Okay, and then your love card. I'm getting a vibe. Oh, you got 2 love cards. Interesting. Okay, so your first card is past lives and deception. Whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Tell me. Okay, let's get some forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Okay, wow, you're having a lot of cards. Whoa. What's your focus this month? Okay, wait. What's your focus this month? I think wealth is popping up. I've seen it twice, but oh, shoes. Wealth, love, money, and let's do your tarot. Interesting. Ace of Swords. Okay, that's like, I'll take King of Wands. Okay, you know what? I was just gonna take them all. I'm trying to like shuffle only 3, but like they're like, no, you can't. It's like you have to take them all. Okay, so you have 1 billion cards. Okay. I'm getting a strong message. Okay. So, notice how I'm looking so unhinged. Okay. So what I'm getting is, okay, let's start. Okay. So, group number 3, the answer you need are coming. The answer you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So I think for you, your theme of the month is going to be a lot of like mind. You have a lot of like sword energy in your reading. So I think basically I'm getting the sense that you've been feeling really like stuck on something. Like you've been feeling like, where do I stand, whether it's in a relationship or in a career or whatever this is. Like you feel like you don't know what's happening and that's stressing you out. And the good thing about this card is that they're gonna give you clarity. I think by the end of June, you're gonna, even if you don't get exact answers, you're gonna get some clarity in your situation and you're gonna be like, okay, like I feel a little bit more at ease. Even if it's the answer you don't want. Even if it's the answer that you, sorry, I'm feeling like even with your pile, like it's hard to explain. But even if it's not what you want, you're gonna feel at ease because at least now you know, if that makes any sense. So whatever answer you're waiting for, I think you are just like on the eggshells right now. You're like waiting. You're like, oh, I'm so like stressed. Just tell me, right? Just tell me the truth. You also have your self-care card, which is number 51, sync with the moon. And you can see her hair is actually, it's fun because her hair is the galaxy. And I think for you, this kind of talks about like syncing with the moon cycles. So if you do believe in astrology or you're into it, then kind of like each moon cycle has like a purpose. I'm not good with astrology, so I can't give you info on that. But there's people I follow that they talk about like the moon cycles, and like sometimes there's like 3 different moons in 1 month, and then it'd be like, okay, so this moon is like talking about setting your intentions, and then this moon is about like rest and relaxation. So like there's different phases with like moons and astrology in general. So I think this is like a good time for you to like maybe look into it so you can kind of like manifest properly. And yeah. You also have the number 15, connect with your womb. And you know, I'm pretty sure I have viewers who are not female. I actually have no idea what my demographic is. But if you're, you know, even if you're not female or whatever, then this kind of talks about just feminine energy in general. So connecting with your womb is like embracing the feminine side of you. Um Maybe this kind of can talk about your womb is like kind of dictating your emotions during this time, and I think sometimes that's, you know, like if you're a woman, like your womb is like so sacred, almost like it does so much for you, like your hormones and, you know, conceiving and everything like that. But I think connecting with your womb is just kind of like embracing your femininity, if that makes any sense, like embracing the fact that, like, you know, if you're a woman at a certain age and situation, like, you get your period, and sometimes you're on your period and you're like, oh my god, I hate it, like I hate being this because um I'm in pain, right? But you know, it's a beautiful thing. It is honestly a beautiful thing, and sometimes we need to embrace it. And connecting with your femininity is, I'm getting the sense as also like kind of like taking care of yourself, if that makes sense, like making sure that you're taken care of first and foremost, kind of like not saying that you're the princess. I'm seeing this like flower as like the crown. Not like, oh, be a princess syndrome or something, but sometimes you need to pamper yourself a little. Like maybe take care of yourself and take care of your health, I think is important for some of you guys. And yeah, and the thing I'm noticing is both these cards came out together and they have like both of them is like opposite theme in terms of like the design. So this one is like pink background, black accents of the space. And then this one is like black space background, pink main image. So it's kind of like I'm getting the sense of like duality as well. Like having balance in your life is going to be important for June. Making sure that if you're working hard or you're stressed, to also take care of your mental health and take care of yourself. Like don't neglect your health. Um Another thing I got was loneliness. So loneliness card for your soul's journey, and this one kind of remind me of, so it says, I know that I am never alone. So even if you, it's kind of like, oh, feeling alone in a crowded room vibe. So you could be around people, but you're not feeling connected with anybody. And I think we do all go through phases of like loneliness, and that's fine. Like I think that's totally fine. And just to know that like a lot of people feel lonely. Like it's not just you. And if you do feel lonely, I would say like I would encourage you to, like, if possible, reach out to people in your life. And oftentimes a lot of people think like, oh, I don't want to reach out to anybody because I'm gonna feel like I'm a burden to people. I think I'm like bothering them. And you know, we all live busy lives, and that's understandable. But even like talking to someone for like 15 minutes, or if you can reach out to a therapist or whatever, I think that's gonna really help you feel like less lonely. Like don't be afraid to reach out, because I think people are more willing to listen than you think. And if for some reason like you still don't want to do that or you can't, then even journaling or just like letting your thoughts out and venting even to yourself, I think is going to really help you. But loneliness is something that I think you might just feel in June. It doesn't mean you are necessarily lonely, but I think you're gonna get by. I think you're gonna get through this, and I'll tell you why. But sorry, I'm just gonna get some other cards. So you have the focus of this month is wealth. So I think for this month, your focus is gonna be on jobs, making money. If you're in school, completing school, um, trying to get that degree going, right? Whatever that is for you, I think it could also be a side hustle for some of you guys, like maybe making extra income on the side, or just like getting a part-time job, whatever that is. Like maybe financial is something that you've been stressed about, and I think you're going to try to focus on that this month. You also have your forest card, which says muddled, unclear thinking. So yeah, I think for some reason your pal kind of makes me feel like your mind is going, but it's going nowhere. If that makes sense. So it's kind of like you're thinking things, but they're not like productive thinking. And I think that really connects to the first card we got, which is the answers are coming, because you don't know what's happening. You're feeling so overwhelmed and stressed. And I just want to tell you that there's only so much we can control in this life. And sometimes like the hardest thing to control is your mind, right? So the good thing is, I think at the beginning of the month, you're gonna feel muddled, you're gonna feel stressed, you're gonna feel confused, you're gonna feel like, what, where am I? What am I? But at the end of the month, I think you're gonna get some clarity, and I'll show you why. So you got the Ace of Swords for your tarot. I'm just gonna jump in because it kind of like relates. So Ace of Swords is like you're gonna get ideas. I think you're gonna get like Ace of Swords also talks about like clarity. So in most tarot cards, it's like about like cutting through, I think, like a knot. But in this image, it's much more positive. So she's kind of like electrifying. Like her mind is like she has a lot of ideas, and like because she has ideas, she like almost like burns the birds. Is it called burning bird? Like shocking the bird, electrifying the bird, electrocuting the bird. So she has such a burst of like epiphany. And I think you're gonna get that in June. You're gonna finally be like, wow, like, okay, I got it, I got it. And that's gonna kind of calm you down a bit better and like leave you at ease because you finally have some answers coming. You also have the King of Wands, which is amazing because this one talks about feeling in control, feeling like you're gonna be able to like kind of get back on your feet and feel like you can delegate again. You have like leadership qualities and you're able to really like even if you're not leading like a group of people, you could be leading yourself. So leading your life into the path that you want and in a way that you're aligning with. Um sorry, you got so many like tarot cards. My nose is itchy. Okay. So you did get 6 of cups reversed. So 6 of cups can talk about um like your childhood and kind of like nostalgic vibe. And I think when it's reversed, what I'm getting is, oh wait, let me actually look. I just want to make sure I'm getting like the similar vibe. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, but yeah, I'm getting for you that with the 6 of cups in reverse, it can talk about like maybe like it's good to have nostalgia and it's good to like live like, oh, my childhood, like all these things. But sometimes I think it could also kind of represent like constantly going back to nostalgia as your comfort, which is something that I honestly am guilty of. So somebody who is like repeating, I'm getting the sense like repeating old patterns that haven't worked and keep doing them even though they haven't worked. I don't know why, even though this card is like kind of far from that. I'm just getting the sense of like maybe your situation in particular is like repeating the old patterns despite it not working before. And I think it's kind of telling you to break out of that. And sometimes nostalgia is comfy, but sometimes staying in your comfort zone is also like can be toxic. So maybe getting out of that. You also have the Emperor. So Emperor card is often talking about being very disciplined, following the rules, being very like practical mindset. And I think this is something that you should hone if you're not already doing. Um being structured is going to be important for you in June in order to get out of this like rut or mindset you're having. I think you should be diligent and kind of structure your life in a way where you're not having like a lot of time for your mind to flow. So if you are having free time, like sometimes when you have free time, not saying oh distract yourself till like you numb yourself or whatever, but like sometimes it's like if you have like 10 minutes to just like think about or just to relax, are you thinking of a lot of things that are toxic? So making sure that you structure your time properly so you're not just sitting there thinking toxic thoughts and to do things that are gonna be for your higher self, even if you don't think it's gonna impact you in the moment. I think long term it will. So for you, for example, it'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna try to eat better in June, or I'm gonna go to the gym, or whatever that is. Being structured by that, being like, I have a workout routine. I'm gonna go 3 days a week after work, or whatever that is. Like having that structure, I think is gonna be important for you to get out of that mindset And your last tarot card is going to be the Nine of Swords. So I think for some of you guys, you might not been sleeping well lately. You might have insomnia, um, or just nightmares in general. Sometimes you just like I sometimes like wake up with a sweaty head, and this is just telling you that there is hope. Like the sun, I love this like photo too. Like she's down, right? She's like, oh, life sucks. I didn't even sleep well last night, and my life sucks. But tomorrow is always a new day, and I think it's important for people to remember that the sun is always going to rise the next day until the world blows up, I guess. But for now we're good, and tomorrow's a new day, and to embrace that. And a lot of times like it's not always going to be like this. And I think that's something that's good to remember, that if you're in a situation that you're unhappy with, that you can get out of it. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and sometimes it does require help from loved ones in your life. So if you need to reach out to loved ones for support, even if it's just emotional support, you can feel free to do that. Okay. Now we're going to get into the juicy part. So your love cards are really interesting. So your first one is called Past Lives. You've known this person before. It is a soulmate from a past life. So for some of you guys, it's talking about how you're going to connect deeply with, if you are in a relationship, this person is like if you believe in like reincarnation, then you've met them before. And this is amazing. It's a positive omen. It kind of just says that you guys know each other. Like, you know, those people where you kind of finish each other's sentences and you don't even have to explain everything and they already know. So that's, yeah, the connection I'm getting. If it's not romantic, you could just talk about a friend in your life or somebody in your life where you feel a connection with. But you also got this card, and I don't think this card is resonating with everyone. So I'm just going to say that before I show you. But you have the deception card. Someone is wearing a mask in the relationship. So for some of you guys, this could relate if you are in a relationship. I would even take it as far as like a friendship or someone even at work, you know, if we're not going to get romantic. But somebody is not being themselves. And it's not even in a way where I feel like it's okay. Actually, sorry, I take it back. I feel like it could go two ways. So for some of you guys, it's like someone's just being fake and they're just trying to use you and they're just being fake, as in they're trying to put on a mask so they can get their way, whatever, manipulate you, gaslight, it's toxic. For some of you guys, the person is doing this because they feel like they don't want to mess up in front of you, and they feel like if they show all of themselves, that you're not going to like them anymore. And I'm getting the sense that some of you guys are going through that, where they feel not uncomfortable to be around you, but they feel like if they're themselves, then you won't like them. And that's also toxic. But whatever this is for you, just be a little wary. And, you know, it's okay to ask questions. I think that's why you're going to get answers at the end of the month if this relationship question or situation is relating to you, resonating. You're gonna get your answers. So it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be like, oh, I'm just wondering, like, you know, just have those talks. It's okay to talk about it and then see where it goes from there. But damn, okay. I don't know why, but for your reading, I feel like a little bit like tense. Like I feel like your month is gonna be pretty intense, and that's fine, but I think we all need to breathe. We all need a breather after this. Okay. So yeah, 674 is your angel number. Yeah, but I don't, you know what? No matter what happens, at the end of the day, like everything's gonna work out. I just think by the end of the month you're gonna be stronger, and I think you're gonna know more than you want, which is great. Okay, so number 674. Sustain energy. Notice your wandering mind. Your wandering mind is being noticed today by your angels. Recognize when you start to drift away from the task at hand and immediately get back to your focused work. Try a mindful exercise today to help train your brain and to maintain focus. Yoga, meditation, or deep breathing can help. So I'm getting the sense that for your group, this one's just kind of talking about um sorry, I'm like choked up too. Like sometimes it's telling you basically like to focus on like the task at hand, but I'm getting more of a sense of like sometimes your thoughts like before bed, you're thinking a million things and you can't sleep. Like that's what I'm getting, more of like wandering mind into the bad mindset. But of course, for some of you guys, because of this, could also be like hard for you to focus at work or school, and it's kind of telling you to like limit the distractions if possible and really try to focus and hone in, even if it's just for 20 minutes or whatever. Like really try to focus. So that could just be like a little piece of advice. But I'm generally getting the sense that this is more for just the general collective of like just having the anxiety thoughts. Okay, so we're gonna do your yes or no question. So please think of your yes or no question now. Pick pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3, and one of these will be your answer to your question. So if you pick pile number 1, your answer is look for a sign. This is interesting. I don't think I ever pulled this one. So yeah, definitely look for. And for me, it's like I see angel numbers, but some people see like objects, animals, they hear sounds. And looking for a sign, I think, would be kind of your answer. I don't want to say if it's yes or no, but I feel like when you see this sign, it's more favoring on your end. So for me, if I see like 111s and like 314s, I start to see like there's support in my end, if that makes sense. Kind of like I'm going in the right direction. If you pick number 2, your answer is going to be within the next few months. So whatever you're asking about is going to go in your favor, but not right now. I think there's still a lot of work to do, but things are going to start to fruition pretty soon. Like we always think, oh, a few months is a long time. It's not a long time. I mean, it's June. Half of the year is gone, and I'm just like, what the heck did I do? And for your last card, it's a yes. So whatever you're thinking about, it's going to go in your favor. It's a hard yes. And yeah, amazing. There's not much more to say. So yes, thank you so much, pile number 3, for being here for your reading. I hope you have a wonderful month. And I just want to say last thing is like, you're going to get through this. And I think things are going to look more bright at the end of the month, but you're going to be stronger at the end. And to take care of yourself, especially with that womb card, I'm thinking a lot. But yes, if you enjoyed this reading, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. All the decks I used are linked below, and I am offering private readings now if you are interested. But yes, until then, I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful month. Bye.